John, these are not official statistics. They don't come from PR people. But from within the last half hour, we are hearing from Kurdish Peshmerga on the front line that 45 of their men have been killed, 65 injured. We've also had a statement from the US military that one of their men, we presume a special forces operative, but we don't know, has been killed on this front as well by an improvised bomb. As for Iraq's elite, their so-called Golden Division, well, they're saying they have faced 14 exploding car bombs today. And from what we are seeing and hearing on this northern front, I think it is fair to say that this offensive is not going as well as hoped. This is what the Kurds wanted us to see. The village of Narawan falling within an hour early this morning, as 20,000 Kurdish fighters attacked on 3 fronts. ISIS sent up its own spotter drone, but it was shot down in a hail of gunfire, some of which seemed more for the cameras than for the enemy. Iraq's Prime Minister says his men have moved more quickly than he had planned or thought. Special Forces Humvees, backed by attack helicopters, advanced towards the Christian village of Bartella, vowing to capture it today. But the ambulances heading out and in told us a different story. Iraqi forces have not been able to enter Bartella because they've met stiff resistance from suicide bombers, and many of the buildings here have been booby-trapped. The Kurds too have struggled to make progress today because of suicide bomb attacks on their front line as well. So the battle for Mosul, Iraq's second city, has not really begun yet. There were so many ISIS suicide bombers heading towards the front line today that the Kurds couldn't stop them all. The Peshmerga were hoping to capture 29 villages, but faced with this, talk of victory seems woefully premature. And so a day which began with high hopes ended with at least 5 Peshmerga killed and many others injured. The sky above Bartella thick with mortars exploding mid-air, Iraqi forces encountering sniper fire, and the advance here temporarily stalled. Though gathering on the edge of this violence, a handful of Christians, desperate to return after living for more than 2 years as refugees. And you want to go home?
Of course. I hope that. I miss my village, Bartella. Yeah.
I can see it in your face.
Thank you, thank you.
You want to go back?
Yeah, of course.
Isn't it dangerous to go back?
Not dangerous, no. Bartella is important than my life.
Why is it so important?
Because I born in Bartella, I live in Bartella, and Daesh is not his city. It's our city, our country.
The Iraqis say they destroyed 11 suicide car bombs and killed 80 ISIS militants today. But day 4 of this offensive does not feel as successful as we have been led to believe. Jonathan Rugman, Channel 4 News, outside Bartella in northern Iraq.